everyone, welcome to YouTube channel Learn with Gisela. In this video of squares and square roots, we are going to take up few questions where we have to find the least number which must be added to the given number to make it a perfect square number. Up till now this given number is not a perfect square number. We have to make it a perfect square number by adding some number to it. Okay, so let's get started. So the first question is find the least number which must be added to 6203 to obtain a perfect square. Also find the square root of the number so obtained. Now over here this number 6203 is not a perfect square number. To obtain a perfect square number we need to add some number to it. We also have to find the square root of the number which we will obtain. So let us start by finding the square root of 6203 by long division method. In the long division method, the first step is to form the pairs starting from ones digit. So first pair is 03, second pair is 62. These are also known as periods. Now we shall take up 62 and try to solve it by thinking of the largest number such that its square is either less than or equal to 62. So I think the suitable number is 7, because if I keep 8 over here, 8 into 8 will become 64, which is more than 62. So 7 into 7 is 49, which is less than 62. Further 62 minus 49 is 13. Now bring down the next period 03. So the new dividend which we have got is 1303. For solving this new dividend we need a divisor. So we can take up the first quotient and we can double it. 7 into 2 is 14. Further keep a blank over here, or we could have just added 7 over here to get 14. Okay, now after many trials I found that 8 is the number which is suitable over here and which I will multiply by 8 because I have kept 8 in the quotient also, and I'll get a product which is less than 1303. So I'm getting 1184. If I keep 9 over here and my divisor becomes 149, then my product will become 1341, which will be more than 1303. So I restricted myself to 8, and let us see, when we subtract it we will get the remainder 119. Okay, so now long division is done. We have got the remainder 119. Why we have got 119 as a remainder? Because this number 6203 was not a perfect square number, right? So now let us try with the next digit. After 78 we can keep the quotient as 79 and try with 9. That is the next number. We will get the next number if we try with 9. So instead of 8 over here I have just kept 9 over here. So 149 is my new divisor. Multiply by 9, I will get 1341, which is actually more than 1303, and I will get minus 38. Now over here I have done the same process, same pairing, same 49, everything is same. Only difference is that instead of 8 now I have taken 9, because with this 78 as a quotient I was getting a remainder 119. Whereas over here with 79 I am getting something which is less. That means to make it a perfect square I can add 38 to it. So as you can see over here, suppose I subtract, my number is 6203, and if I subtract 119 from here I will get a perfect square number 6084, which is square of 78, right? So in the question if they ask what should be subtracted, which we have already learnt in the previous video, then we can say we can subtract 119. But over here they are asking us what should be added, right? So we will add something which we have fallen short of. We have fallen short of 38. That's why it has come minus 38. Because if this number is added, we will get a perfect square number 6241, which is a square of 79. right? So somewhere between 78 square and 79 square, we have 6203. If in the question they say subtract, so we will subtract 119 and we'll get 78 square. If they say what should be added, over here, so we will add 38 to it and we'll get 79 square. So over here we can subtract and get 78 square. Over here we can add and get 79 square. So because this question is related to addition, we will say that 6203 is 38 less than 79 square. So we must add 38 to 6203 to make it a perfect square. Hence the perfect square is 6203 plus 38, which is equal to 6241. And when we find the square root of 6241, we will find that it is equal to 79, right? As 6241 is a perfect square number, and we can see over here 79 square, we are getting 6241. So if we have to find the square root of 6241, now the remainder will come 0 when we'll solve by long division method, and we will say the quotient that we will get, that is 79, is the square root of 6241. Now the second question is, find the least number of 6 digits which is a perfect square. Find the square root of this number. So we have to find the least number of 6 digits which is a perfect square number, and afterwards we have to also find the square root of this number. Now we know that the least 6-digit number is 1 lakh, right? It is not a perfect square number. If I suppose subtract 1, I will get a 5-digit number. It is no more a 6-digit number. Suppose even if I subtract 1, I will get a 5-digit number, that is 99,999. But we want a 6-digit number which is a perfect square number, right? So I cannot subtract. I have to add. Now what should be added to 1 lakh to get a perfect square number, right? So let us start by finding the square root of 1 lakh by long division method. First step is to make the pairs. So first pair starting from 1's position is 0, 0, then 0, 0, then 10. These are also called periods. Now we shall start with the first period, that is 10. And think of the largest number whose square is equal to or less than 10. So I think the suitable number is 3, because 4 into 4 will become 16, that is more than 10. So let us restrict ourselves to 3. 3 into 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down the next period, that is 100. Now take the quotient and double it to get a new divisor. Keep a blank over here, or you can simply just add 3 over here to get 6 and keep a blank. Now think of a number what should come over here, so that the same number will come in the quotient to get a product which is less than or equal to 100. So clearly it is 61. We can keep, because if I try with 62, suppose I take 62 and multiply by 2, I will get 124, right? So it will be more than 100. So 61 into 1 is 61. Further I shall get the remainder as 39. Bring down the next period, that is 0, 0. Now this is my new dividend which I have to solve. Now take the next new quotient, that is 31. Now the quotient is 31. Now double it, we will get 62, or just add 1 to it to get 62. Keep a blank over here. Now think of a number what should come in the blank, so that our divisor is 6 to 6, multiply by the same quotient 6, so that we get a product which is equal to or less than 3900. So I took 9 as a number from which I am getting the product 3756, and when I subtract it I'll get a remainder 144, right? And if you see, if I subtract 1 lakh minus 144, I will get a 5-digit number 99,856, which is a square of 316. So this is ruled out. I cannot have a square number of 5 digit. Naturally, I have to add some number to it to get a square number. And next number after 316 is 317, which will give me a square number 1,489,000. This I have roughly calculated it, right? So I have got this 1,489,000 by adding some number to it. I can roughly say it is 489. But how did I get this 489? Let us see. Now from previous calculations, it is clear that 1 lakh lies between 316 square and 317 square. We have already done the long division where we got the quotient 316 square and where the remainder was 144. But we cannot subtract the remainder because we will get a 5-digit perfect square number and we want a 6-digit perfect square number. So let us take up 317, which is 1 more than 316, and start the long division, right? The same thing, making of the pairs, then 3 into 3 is 9, then further 1 is the remainder, 0 0 we have brought forward, 61 into 1 is 61, 100 minus 61 is 39, bring forward the next period, so we got 3900 as the dividend, right? Now instead of keeping 6 over here, we are keeping 7. So our new divisor is 6 to 7 multiplied by the quotient 7 and we get a number which is more than 3900, right? Over here, why it is more than 3900? Because if we add 489 to it, it would have been exactly 4389. Then we would not have got this number 489, which is something we are falling short of. Had 489 been added to 1 lakh, then over here instead of 3900 we should have got 4389, and in that case the remainder would have been 0, right? So that means we are falling short of 489. So from 1 lakh, if we add 489, what we will get? We will get 1,489,000. So that's why we say 1 lakh is 489 less than 317 square. We must add 489 to 1 lakh to make it a perfect square. Hence the perfect square is 1 lakh plus 489 is equal to 1,489,000. And the square root of 1,489,000 is equal to 317, which is our quotient. Over here we have got the quotient 317. This is the square root of 1,489,000. Now 1,489,000 is perfectly a least 6-digit number, which is a perfect square number, right? So this is it. Hope you have understood both these questions. Please do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone. Have a great day ahead.